You can follow along and then you can ask questions after we've gone through, okay? And we'll try the best that we can because we've got a lot of good songs to go over. Okay, I think most of them are in. I'm gonna check with my hair if it's okay to get started.
Yes. Okay, aloha everyone, and thank you for joining us. We're so excited to see our kupuna getting used to technology. And if you have any questions or if you know of kupuna who want to join, who need assistance, please just call one of us, myself, Womage, Hanakia, and we can help them with one-on-one sessions. Today we have Maka. He is joining us under our KCCN account, and he will be helping with putting the words. He created a PowerPoint to put the song sheets up for you guys. And the best way to help with Hanakia singing and leading the class is if we all mute ourselves, because that will prevent the lag. Because unfortunately with the online Zoom meetings, we can't sing together because we're all going to be off or one's going to be behind. But it's a lot of fun. We've done it before, and yeah, so you can sing as loud as you can and we won't hear you. And then in the past, when we had the in-person Kanikapila class, we did have kupuna. Some kupuna didn't have an ukulele, but they would come up. If there ever is a kupuna who needs or who wants to borrow an ukulele, we have a few at the park. So for the future, we can make something work with like a no contact drop off and pick up. So this is for borrowing one of our park's ukulele. And the other thing is this will be recorded. And so if you don't want to be recorded, you can go ahead and stop your video. But this usually records just the speaker. So Hanakia will be the main person being recorded. And we've also had kupuna who brought their homemade bass, which was nice. So if you don't have an ukulele, you can just sing it. You can bring out your spoons, or like Auntie Lehua down in Kalabahine, she brought up her homemade bass. Okay, I'm gonna start record, and then Hanakia, you can take it from there.
Mahalo, Mahia. Okay, hopefully Auntie Jerry them are still trying to get on. But what we can do is go over our oli. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is it should be the first page in your booklet. Oh, what's happening? Oh, mahalo nui. Okay. Oh, Maika, I was wondering what was going on. So we have mahalo Maka. We have a PowerPoint that Maka is doing today for us. And oh, okay. Our camera is on too. Mahalo, Aaron. Say hi, my cameraman, my son Aaron too. And we have so many people helping out. Okay, today. Mahalo Maka, mahalo Aaron. Okay, so we can see me in full form. Here is our oli. Okay, we're gonna do our oli aloha now. For those of you that are just joining us and you're not too familiar with this oli, just a brief information about it. This oli was actually a poetry that was put together by Auntie Pilahi Paki, a Native Hawaiian philosopher who has passed already. But our Auntie Pilahi had given this meaning of aloha poetry that she had written out to our kumuhula, my kumuhula, Auntie Lani Kalama. And she was asked to put the leo to it. So leo meaning the oli, yeah, into a chant. And so what we are chanting today is just the first words for each letter in the word aloha. Okay, so let's just start off. We're gonna go through this. Kalamai for those of you that already know it, and you just need to have aho nui as we go through it, okay? So the first word is akahai. Akahai meaning kindness. If we can say it together, akahai. Good, mai kai. Next word is lo kahi. Lo kahi, meaning unity. The next word is olu olu. Okay, can you repeat that? Olu olu, mai kai, which means pleasantness. The next word is ha'a ha'a. Ha'a ha'a meaning humility. Together, ha'a ha'a, mai kai. The next word is aho nui. Aho nui meaning patience. Together, you can say it, aho nui, mai kai. Okay. So now we're going to learn the oli for the words. It's pretty simple, and what's nice about it is when you're going to greet someone, or if you're welcoming someone, if you need to just do an oli for somewhere that you are going to as a makana, as a gift, this is a beautiful oli that you can do, very simple. Just the 5 words of aloha, and we're gonna try together, okay? So the first oli for the word akahai is very monotone, straight across, and this is how it sounds like. I'm going to oli, and then you can go ahead and do it after that. Akahai. Now from your diaphragm, you're gonna breathe in, fill up that opu with air, and bring it out as you chant, okay? So let's try it again, together. Akahai. Mai kai. Kanoho, one more time. Akahai. Next word, lokahi, is same tone. It's monotone, straightforward. Let's sing it. Let's only together. Lokahi. Deep breath in and lokahi. Right? Kai. The next word, olu olu. It's an up and down monotone, toning. So it's gonna sound like this. Olu olu. Together and olu olu. Kai. All right. The next word, ha'a ha'a, sounds the same. It's a up and down, and we're gonna do it again. Ha'a ha'a, the same toning. It sounds like this. Ah, 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 ah. Together. Ah, 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 ah. Mai kai. Okay. And the last one is aho nui. Aho nui is straightforward again, and it's going to be elongated because we need a lot of patience sometimes, all right? So what we're going to be sounding like is this. Aho nui. Together. Aho nui. Good job. Okay, I hope you folks are all doing it together. We're gonna start from the beginning, akahai, and we'll chant it. You can chant along with me on your side. Let's do it from the top, akahai. Begin. Akahai. Lokahi. Ah, 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 aho nui. And at the end, we say aloha. By that time, you should feel all these different things: kindness, unity, pleasantness, humbleness, and patience. Okay, as we go through today. All right, so I hope everybody's okay. Any questions before we move on? Okay, mai kai. All right. So in your book, the blue one, the second song book that we have today, we're going to go through one more oli at the end. And that's the second oli, Oli Mahalo. We'll do that one at the end of our class today. But the first song that we're going to be doing is up on the screen. And that is You Are My Sunshine. So hopefully these are just basic chords. The arrangement for You Are My Sunshine has been done by Kimmy Minor. For those of you that are not too familiar with Kimmy Minor, she is a new artist, better known as Kimmy, award-nominated producer, songwriter, musician, native Hawaiian, and of Portuguese descent. And she was born in Kailua Kona on the Big Island and educated at Kamehameha schools. Well, this song she put together, she did the arrangement, but the actual song of You Are My Sunshine has thought to be published by Jimmy Davis back in the 1940s. It was recorded, and it's recordings and artisans that have recorded it. Over 350 artisans have recorded this, and it has been translated into about 30 different languages. So this drew my attention because I love Kimmy Minor's arrangement of this song, because she also has some Hawaiian words for You Are My Sunshine. Some of you might have heard it. If you haven't, please go to the YouTube channel and tune into Kimmy Minor, You Are My Sunshine. She's done a beautiful video of that. And in this song, she puts the Hawaiian words for both You Are My Sunshine and also This Little Light of Mine. So This Little Light of Mine is actually known as a gospel song. And it was actually very popular in the day, it's said to be written for children back in the 1920s. So many people might be already familiar with it. And Harry Dixon, Lowe's, is actually noted for the version that he created for this song that made it very popular in the 1940s. But the original person that wrote it is unknown right now. Often thought of as an African-American spiritual song, founded in, you can find it in the United Methodist Hymnal in their hymn books, but it's a beautiful arrangement. Kimmy Minor actually sings in the key of D. D is in dog, sorry. But as you realize, by the songs that we've chosen and the keys that we're playing, I sing in this chord of C. So I actually transposed it to the chord of C so that we can sing along. Just a little history before we start playing is that this song, You're My Sunshine, was the first song that my mom would teach as she taught ukulele to her students. And so that's kind of what made me want to do this song. And so here we go. We look into the song, and many of you that are familiar with your chords, we have the chord of C, C7, F, G7, and those are the only songs through the whole song here. The only chords through the song. So we've gone over it from last month, and we'll try to play it through. For those of you that are singing this song for the first time, you might have to get used to the Hawaiian words. So we'll just go over the second paragraph. If you see, just go ahead and read through it so that you're used to saying the Hawaiian words. O'oi ho'okahi, ku'ula hulali, ku'uho'o hau'oli, ke kali neau. Mai hele aku, e noho mai, e aloha no au ya'oi. So that is the Hawaiian words for You Are My Sunshine. When you look at your second page on the other side, you see the Hawaiian translation for this little light of mine. Okay, so it's actually repeated. 3 lines are the same. The words are ho'oma lama lama. Again, ho'oma lama lama. He o lino lino no. Again, he o lino lino no. Okay, so we see that 3 times. And at the end, it says lino aku, lino mai, lino no. At the very end of this song, the last paragraph says, please don't take my sunshine away. And lino aku, lino mai, lino no is said again. Well, the last line, we're going to do a little strumming that's a little different throughout the song that we're doing. It's just a regular strumming, 4/4 time, 4/4 time. Okay? But at the very end, what we like to do is we like to what I call rolling. So you're gonna be rolling, rolling, rolling at the end, and then 1 strum to kind of end that song. Okay? Okay, Aaron, am I looking over here? Yeah. Sorry. Okay, I've got to figure out where am I looking at. Here we go. Okay, so you are my sunshine. There we go. Let's try to play it through the chord of C. Let's just start strumming. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. C7. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never know. You never know, dear, how hope everybody did well with that one. Let me go ahead and see if I can see everybody. Okay. How did we do? How did everybody do? Okay. All right. Mahalo Maka for our screen of songs. And want to try to see. Yeah, there we go. I'm trying to focus on everybody here. Any questions before we move on to the next song?
I have a question.
Yes, Heidi.
On the last verse of each, or ask the last line of each verse, the G7 is coming in a little early, I think, unless I'm wrong.
No, actually, I did want to note. So for the last paragraph in our song, please don't take my sunshine away. There's a G7 in the very beginning, but it does come in a little later.
Yes.
So what you want to do is go ahead and make a note as to where your G7 should actually come in. And I think it's going to be over the word take. Please don't take.
I think it's on sunshine.
Okay. My sunshine away. Okay, let's try it. Let's try it. Okay, so we're at the last paragraph of the song. And we have a G7 there. Okay, so let's try to play C.
It should, yes, yeah. C, all the way till sunshine.
Till sunshine. Let's try it. Please don't take my sunshine away. Okay, so make that note there. Thank you so much, Kylie. Okay, so for that one, it's okay. Where is the other one that we're looking at?
In the very first verse.
Paragraph.
Again, please don't take my sunshine away. The G7 should come on sunshine again.
Okay, let's go ahead and switch that over. And as someone is composing their song, or transposing, I should say, their chords, sometimes it doesn't hit right where it should as they're making their chords over the words. And that's okay. What you're going to have to do is, that's part of being an ukulele musician. A musician is that they're going to be hearing where that key comes in. Yeah? So mahalo, go ahead and mark that one. And it seems like what we're saying is G7 is over sunshine, basically, at the end of the paragraph. Okay.
Yes.
Is there any other place that we see where it needs to be switched?
Oh, yeah. On the Lino Aku.
Okay,
Lino
and
Mai,
that would,
the G7 should be above Lino Mai.
Lino Mai. Okay, got it. Okay, so if you are confused, where we're at right now is on page 2. Page 2 on the first paragraph, right after Ho'oma Lama Lama. At the end of Ho'oma Lama Lama, okay, O Lino Lino No. We're talking about Lino Aku. Switch the G7 over to the next words, which is Lino Mai. Yeah? Okay, everybody got it? Mai ka'i? Okay. Was that the only place you see it? I think that's probably it.
I think so. I'm not trying to change the song. I think that's just where the changes should be.
No, you're correct. You're correct. So as we're listening, Mai ka'i, it's okay. Mahalo for your mana'o. And that's okay. So go ahead and make those changes. Okay, G7 should be over sunshine in the first paragraph of the song. And again, in the last paragraph, where's that one? the last paragraph on the second page over sunshine, G7. Okay, the other change was page 2. Again, at the end of ho'omalama he o lino lino no, you're gonna have lino aku, cross out the G7 and put it on lino mai. Okay, I think we got it. Let's try singing it through one more time. And mahalo nui haili. Okay.
Mahalo.
Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Here we go. Strumming your C4. Get a good strum going. 4/4 timing. Here we go. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You never notice how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Oh, boy, oh, honey, love,
That's a change there too.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Oh, malama, lama. Oh, malama, lama. Oh, lindo, lindo, no. Oh, malama, lama. Oh, lindo, lindo, no. Oh, malama, lama. Oh, lindo, lindo, no. Lindo, aku, lindo, mai, lindo, no. Oh, ai. Please don't take my sunshine away. We know and roll, let it shine. We know let them shine and shine. Right, Kai. So as a musician plays along to the chords of the song, they also play without looking at chords sometimes. And again, we use our ears to hear where the chords are going to come in. And so even though we made those changes today, if you hear that your chord is going to come in a little bit sooner It's my kai. It's okay. Because you're going to notice that you've already changed chord in your voice to the song, and you need to make that switch. Okay, so you need to switch chords as soon as you can hear that that chord needs to be played. Yeah? Okay. May kaino. And mahalo nui Hailey for making those changes for us. I did notice at the end that it needed to come in a little later. So we're going to move on to the next song, and that's going to be our Ikona. Like I said again, we've already played these songs the last time we got together, which was last month. But it's been a while. So let's just go over Ikona. And again, we see that we're still in the chord of C. Many of us we were trying to get used to playing our ukulele. And so if you notice in our booklet, I switched to different songs according to the graduation of chords that we're learning. Okay, so we've learned basic C chords in our first book, and we started playing the chord of G. And now we're back to C for the song Ikona. And there's only 3 different chords, not including the vamp, which would be C, D7, and G7. Yeah. So this song, just to give you some little bit background on it, the source is from Bishop Museum. The song was composed in 1929. The lyrics were given to George Naope by James Kelepolo in the early 1980s. And the mele expresses the composer's love for Kona on the island of Hawaii and the reason he moved there. So there's actually 4 verses in this song, but most of the time it's played, only the 3 verses are played. The first verse, Aiya, second verse being Malihini, and the third verse ending with Haina. Now there is 4 verses, like I said, and the verse that is missing here is usually played as a third verse after Malihini, and that is Mea Ole. Mea Ole. Okay, so like I said before, as you are learning to play different hula songs or songs that hula dancers dance to, they might get up and say, I'm only going to dance verses 1, 2, and 3, or verses 1 and 2, and then Haina. Okay, and that's my kai, as long as you know what verse is. And that's why hula dancers, when they dance, they need to kahea, or they need to call out the verses. Okay, so any questions before we start to play this song? Any questions? Okay, good. Okay, let's go ahead and play. Again, the chord is just C and G7. Okay, there is a vamp. And like I was saying, when you have a hula dancer, you're going to do 2 vamps in the beginning to start the song. You'll have a vamp in between the verses. And at the end, you'll have another vamp. Okay, just 1 vamp in between the verses. So let's play it the way we're going to play for a hula dancer today. Okay, we played it to just sing it the last time, but we're going to include the vamps this time. Okay, so let's go ahead and play our vamp. D7, for those of you that are not too used to your chords, place your fingers, D7, G7, and C. Okay, let's go ahead and play our vamp. And it's 2 strums for D7, 2 strums for G7, and 4 strums for C. So it's going to sound like this. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it? Okay, let's try it. 2 vamps in the beginning and then right into the song. All right, D7, go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. D7, G7, and C. Aya. Aya iko na kai o. with that one. And I know we gave some time after the first vamp to go back into the song. But I think everybody is trying to get used to just playing through the song, yeah? And this is how you're going to play when you have a hula dancer for Ipona. It's a beautiful song. Okay, so I'm going to ask if there's any questions before we move on to the next song. Anybody have any manao that they want to share about Ipona? Okay, Mai Kai. I really can't see everybody, but I can hear you, and you'll come up as you unmute. Okay, so the next song we're gonna do is Oya. Ooh, this one is a beautiful song written by our own John K. Almeida. I had the opportunity and privilege of getting to know Uncle Johnny, and while he was still living, very sweet, beautiful person. Quite an honor to listen to him play music because he was blind musician, and he could play all kinds of instruments. Very interesting man. I just wanted to share a little bit about his history. He's a very famous musician, like I said, composer. And he was born right here on the other side of us in Paoa Valley. Born John Celestino Almeida Jr. He's named after his father, who was Portuguese, came from Portugal as a contract laborer, sorry. And sad to say that when he was younger, his father actually went back to Portugal and deserted the family, as what was written about the Ohana. And the mother was a Honolulu lace seller by the name of Julia Kamaka Almeida. She, after the father left them, she moved to Waianae with her children, and Uncle Johnny had a Hanai father then, Paulo Kamealoha. And so Uncle Johnny kept that name. His name then changed to John Kamealoha Almeida. And he had a sister, Annie, from his first father. And then his Hanai father, he had a sister by the name of Martha. What's interesting about his family life is that he was blinded at birth. There is the story that goes that around the time of his birth, his mother, being a lace seller, was gathering the maile shrub, and for making of lace. And she did not have time, they said she did not have time to wash her hands from the sap, which was poisonous, that was still on her hands. And that is what they think was the start of his blindness, was the sap getting into his eyes. As he matured in age, he actually became totally blind at the age of 10. And throughout all of that, though, he had the gift of music, and he had composed many different songs. Some of them that you might know, but don't realize that he actually is the composer of. And so that's just a little bit history and background of Aoya. Aoya is a beautiful song. It's actually played very fast, but last month we just tried to get through the song. Actually, some of you didn't know the tuning for it, so it was just learning the melody, learning the words, and so we played it very slowly. The new chords that actually we had learned in this one, besides our regular basic C chords, was F minor. That was one of it. A7 and E7. Besides D7, which you folks just played. Okay, and I hope you folks practice your chords. If not, the chords are right there. Mahalo to Kamaka again for bringing up our PowerPoint with our words and chords. Your chords are also in your book, and so that makes it very easy to practice. But let's go ahead and just try singing Aoya, Okay, since we did it the first time, many of you are familiar with the words now. We'll sing it slowly and go through it, but please get your fingering for your chords. The F minor, okay, pointer on the top string, right? Middle finger is the next one down below in the same fret. Okay, and then we're using our pinky finger to reach over to where you usually place your C chord. C chord. Okay, so that's your F minor. Let's just try to strum F minor. Everybody place your fingers in F minor and try to strum that one. Very good. Okay. The next one is E7. E7, pointer again on the top string, first fret. Okay. Now in the second fret, you're going to hold, your middle finger holds the third string from the bottom, counting up. Okay. And then your ring finger holds the first string on the bottom, on the second fret. Okay, let's play your E7. E7. Good. Mike, E7. Strum it. All right. So those are the two new chords that you folks learned from our first book. Was your F minor. Again, let's go ahead and place your fingers. F minor. And then your E7. Good. Okay, any questions about the chords before we move on? Any questions about the chord and your finger placement? Okay. All right, so let's try it. Let's go through it. How many of you want to do the words first? Because there's a lot of Hawaiian words in here. Let's just read it through then, okay? That'll be the akamai thing to do. Okay, from the top. I'm going to just read it and you read along with me. Oya, a e lilo ana oi ia'u. Aha hana. O nauna, ko maka I a nei e ka ipo. Wahine ui. He ui iono ka wahine leo hone. E manu leo lea. Ia o ke kuahiwi. Na'u oi, na'u no e le ha'aheo. Li'a vale aku no, kamana'o la I laila. Ho'ohihi. Ua noa ko nui kino na'u. Ho'okahi vale no. Me oe au, kumehana ka awa. Me a'u oi, olu nei pu'u vai. Aiala, lilo ana, lilo oi ia'u. Lilo ana, lilo oi ia'u. Woohoo! Okay. If you didn't know how to speak Hawaiian, you just got to read this song. So there's a lot of Hawaiian words. Is why we had played it very slowly last month, just to get our chords and words together. Okay, so any questions about our words? We had the honor of having Kawai, Kaniapua, who helps with our Keiki program, who was with us last time we were together. And she olelo Kawai, she speaks Hawaiian. So she helped us take note of two things in our Hawaiian vowels. Was the kahako, or the line over the vowel, which we need to hold the pronunciation of that vowel. And then the okina, which breaks up in between vowels of the words. Okay. And so one good example is the word in the middle of the song, ho'ohihi. Ho'ohihi. Okay. And so you hear the pronunciation with the okina between the two O's. Ho'ohihi. Maikai. All right. Any questions before we try to play it through? We can do it. Okay. Let's try it. Okay, so C chord. We're not going to play them down. We're just going to try to get through it with the chords and the Hawaiian words. Okay, so let's slowly go through it. And let's strum. Strum your C. Okay, how did that sound? That's the first verse. Okay. Some of you are not too familiar with the song, so we're going to do it line by line. Let's try it again one more time. Aoya, strum. Aoya, aelino anaoia. Ahana. Good. Okay. Away. Okay. So, let's see. Let's try practicing for a moment. I'm going to excuse myself because I see my battery is running low. Kalamai. And I'll be right back with the chord. Okay, meanwhile, play it through. Let's see if you folks can play it through. Oh, hello. Saved by my son Aaron. Okay, mahalo Aaron. Okay, we have to find a cord to charge up again. Oh, wait, no ho ie. Okay, so make sure you folks don't die out. Make sure your batteries are good. Let's try it again. Aoya, all the way down to onauna. Okay, ready, go. Aoya, aelino anaoia. Ahana, onauna, omahaliane ekaiko, mahime uni. Okay, does that sound familiar to you folks? Yes? Okay, Maikai. All right. Let's try from the beginning again to Onauna. That line. Ready, go. Aoya, aelino anaoia. Ahana, onauna, omahaliane ekaiko, mahime uni. Okay, let's move on. Next line sounds like this. In the key of F, be ready for your F minor with that P key, all the way to where the C chord is usually played. Okay? Okay, so hey, okay, there's so many different vocals in this song. And that I hope I don't lose you. Okay? Let's try from the beginning and we'll go all the way down to Ha'aheo. Strum your C chord. Aoya, aelino anaoia. Ahana, onauna, omahaliane ekaiko, mahime uni. Okay, wait, Kai. Now going down, the next line sounds like this. Let's try that. Ready, go. There's the next line. trying. I sing in the chord of C, but do your best because it's really high. Okay, let's take it from the top and try to follow through. Okay, let's strum it. Strum your C. Ah, oh, yeah. Ah, oh, yeah. Ah, 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 oh, no, no. Oh, ready? P7. Okay, what was the trick at the end? We just strummed G7 and C. G7 and C. Okay, so that was a big song. It is, it's a big song. Okay, so Micah, if you went through the whole thing with me, Micah. Any questions on this song? And actually, we're singing it really slow because the original goes a lot faster. Okay, all right. Any questions? Go ahead.
Hanakia.
Yes.
Andy Pulanani, thank you so much for teaching us. But you know what's really interesting about this song is that he was blind, but yet he saw beauty within himself to relay this beautiful message. I mean, people that can see don't even feel this.
I know. He's amazing. I mean, he could feel his chords and he didn't need to look at the words. Of course, he made these words to portray very beautiful things that he was feeling. And to be frankly honest, Uncle was a very lovable man. I don't know how many of you got the chance to meet him. He actually had 5 wives throughout his lifetime. Yes. So many of his songs, they say, relate to the many women that he himself had admired, as nicely put. So in his songs, many of his songs, especially in this one, he talks about this beautiful wahine ui, right? So when you're talking about a woman and you say wahine ui, that means that is a beautiful woman. And he was never one to put down, what do you call that? Compliments. He always complimented. He's a very poetic way of complimenting women. And he did that as I talked to him too one time. And that's how our Hawaiians were before. Our Hawaiian people were very poetic. And so they wouldn't come straight forward and tell you, oh, you're so beautiful. I love your eyes. You have beautiful eyes. They would, in poetry, tell you this. And so in the song, you're right, Auntie Puanani, you can see what he is talking about. Yeah.
After 5 wives, he had a lot of practice.
Yeah, that's true. And he's a very beautiful man with a lot of love to give. Always happy. Always had a nice word to say. And I guess because he was such a good musician and his voice would take you away, these women would flock around him. And so, yes, he's a very loving man. Thank you, Auntie Puanani. Any other questions about this song? Okay, I'm so glad you folks are tuning in today. How do you think grading this song, how hard is it to play and sing? Any manaon, how hard it is to play and sing. Okay, that means everybody's going through it. May kai then, right? Okay.
Trying.
That's it. That's it.
Don't go any faster. Is all I can say. The fingers are not moving as fast as I know the melody generally goes, but at this point, it's okay.
Yes, it's okay. It's okay. Mahalo Ipo for sharing. You know, because I had taught this song to Kabai that was joining us the last time after class. It took some time for her to get together, but she did it. But you know, it's a hard song to learn because one thing is the new chords is one thing. You have to be able to hold the chords. The second thing, and the most important is our Hawaiian words. This one has beautiful Hawaiian words and very close together when you're playing it. So you have to get it all in as you're playing it. Yes. So this one is actually between intermediate and I would think advanced ukulele playing. So all those that are just getting your ukuleles out, might cut you if you followed along. Any other comments for this song? Okay, I am watching our time. My head told me to watch your time. It's 7 after 3, but we are going till 3:30. I love this one. You know, this one is a little hard. So let's go ahead and try playing it one more time through. Hanaho, okay? And try to get your chords as well as your words. Okay, here we go. No vamping, just right on into the song. Let's strum our C. Strum the C. Ready, go. Ending. Woohoo! At least you're a little bit used to now the words and the strumming, right? Okay, let's try the ending. I see folks trying to make out the ending over there. So it's Lilo Ana, Lilo Boy, yeah. Strumming the C, then G7 and C. And that's how we're ending it. One more time. Ready, go. Lilo Ana, Lilo Boy, yeah. G7 C, G7 C. Okay, and that's how we're ending it. Mai kai. Okay, we're gonna put this to rest. You folks practice at home. Yeah, Mai kai. All right. There is a new song we wanted to start on today. We just reviewed all the songs we did last time. So the next song is going to be in your blue book is I'll Remember You. That's a beautiful song. Okay. And we're going to wait till it comes up. Mahalo nui maka. Okay. So I'll Remember You was written by Kui o Kalani Lee. Otherwise known as just plain Kui Lee. Yeah, and he also has written many beautiful songs. This one in particular, I'll Remember You. Okay, now in this song, we see two new chords that we are going to be playing. We just did F minor, right? Now we have D minor and E minor. Okay, so let's try our E minor. It looks hard, but it's not. It's quite simple. It's just knowing how to place your fingers. Okay, so if you're looking in your book, your E minor, your first chord on the bass string, your first string down below, second fret, count from the po'o of your ukulele, first fret, second fret, okay? Second fret down, first string is your pointer finger, first finger down there, okay? And then it just walks up after that. Walking up means your middle finger is in the next fret and your ring finger is in the last fret, okay? So you should have 3 fingers like this. If you can see my hand, yes, my ka'i? All right, so we're playing in the first fret, which is the second fret, actually, sorry. We're playing in the second fret, third fret, and the fourth fret, yes. Okay, so second fret, first string, walking it up, third fret, second string, fourth fret, and we have the third string. Okay, so let's try playing it E minor. Ready, strum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Just get used to strumming. Good. 1, 2. It sounds a little odd, but it makes that rhythm for us. Okay, E minor. Okay, D minor, dog minor. Let's look. We are only playing in the first fret and the second fret. Okay, so first fret, first note, first finger, your pointer finger, goes right up on the second string from the bottom. Okay, and if you can use your middle finger to hold down the 2 strings in the second fret. So you're only using your pointer finger and your middle finger. Okay, and it should look like that. All right, are you holding it? Let's try strumming it. D minor. There you go, just strum it. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. D minor. Good job. Okay. So it's pretty close. The chords are pretty close. Okay, so I'll remember you, and then you have to walk up those fingers from the second fret. Okay, and then right into D minor. So it's a quick change. You know, the easiest way to remember your D minor is like you're playing your F chord. Yeah, and then you get into your D minor by holding the 2 on the top. Okay. So D minor is just like you're holding your F chord again, but you're gonna hold down the 2 top strings in the second fret. Okay, that's D minor, good. Now G7 is your next chord, good. Then C. A7 is a new one, but very simple. First fret, third string, first finger. Okay, your pointer finger holds it. Strum, A7, good. Now play D minor, good, D minor. And your F minor. F minor is the 2 fingers like that with your pinky, all the way to where you usually hold your C chord. Good, okay, that's your F minor. Back to D minor. Then G7, C, and G7. Good. Let's try to explain it through. Okay, we'll play it slow so that we can get our chords in. All right, let's try it. Strum your C, C, E minor. Okay, then D minor. Okay, G7, hope everybody got it. These are chords that are played close together, yeah. And we have to stretch our fingers. The best thing to do for your fingers is, this is a Tai Chi exercise, okay? So you're gonna stretch your fingers wide as you can apart. Okay, then relax and clench. Good, clench and release. And stretch out those fingers and clench. Good, clench again and release. That's it. Clench one more time and release. Okay, and then just shake it out, shake it out. Good job. I know when you start playing your ukulele again and holding the chords, whoo, your fingers take a beating, right? Okay, good job. All right, so let's go ahead and try playing it. Okay, and those of you that are used to your chords, okay? Those of you that don't get your chords, it's okay, just practice, okay? Let's strum it. Strum the C. I'll remember you. Play your E minor, E minor. Long after this endless summer is gone, I'll be lonely, oh so lonely, living only to remember you. And slap. Woohoo! Who kept up with the notes? I know the keys are very close together. All right, let's try one more time. Ready? C chord, strum. 4, 1, 2, sing. I'll remember you. E minor, E minor. Long after this endless summer is gone, I'll be lonely, oh so lonely, living only to remember you. G7, Idaho, second verse. I'll remember you. Your voice is soft as a warm summer breeze. Your sweet laughter, mornings after, ever after, I'll remember you. C7, to your heart someday. C7, I'll return to stay till then and see. I will remember. E minor. Every bright star we made wishes on. E minor. Love me always. F minor. I'll miss always. You'll remember too. G7. You'll remember too. Oh, I hope you folks played it right through. That was my Kai. I love that song. How many of you did it all the way through? Okay. Any comments about our song? We're going to do it one more time through. Any comments? I don't know. You can come through. Okay. Let's try playing it one more time. Oh, I love this song. Okay. So make sure you know that your E minor is your fingers doing a walk up from your second fret. Okay, that's your E minor. And then your D minor is just like playing F. Okay, but you're holding the two top strings in the second fret. Mai Kai. Okay, now F minor was the hardest one, I think. 2 fingers in the first fret and your little pinky going all the way down to where C chord is held. Okay, so the 3rd fret. And that's your F minor. A7 is pretty simple. Okay, 3rd string up in the 1st fret. Just one finger, pointer finger. Pointer finger in the first fret, third string. A7. Okay, let's go ahead and try it. Okay, from the top. On a ho. All right, stringing, ready, strumming your C chord. Strum. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, sing. I'll remember you long after this endless summer is gone. I'll be lonely, oh so lonely, living only to remember you. G7 and C. I'll remember you. E minor. Your voice is soft as a warm summer breeze. Your sweet laughter, mornings after, ever after, I'll remember you. C7 to your heart someday. D7, I'll return to stay till then. I will remember to E minor. Every bright star we made wishes on. Love me always, promise always. You'll remember to slow down. You'll remember and you roll it at the end. I think that calls for a nice ending. What do you think? Wait, Kai? Woohoo! Oh, exercise those fingers, I tell you. Alrighty, alrighty. Oh, any more comments before we go on? Okay, well, we got 5 more minutes. So let's go to our Oli Mahalo. And again, mahalo everybody for joining us. Don't forget to check in with us the 4th Thursday in this month for another Kanikapila Day. Okay, that would be the 23rd, I believe, of September. And mahalo nui for joining us again. Let's try our Oli Mahalo. This Oli was composed by Kehau Smith and Malia Nobrega. Okay, the words are very simple, and we should be really grateful for everything that we have, especially now with this pandemic. You know, I'm so grateful for all of you, our kupuna, and for our Kula Nona Po'e Hawaii has done so much for our community. And also PCDC with Lilia. So they have hosted a lot of our testings for our COVID and also our shots for the vaccines. If you have any more questions about those and upcoming workshops, please call in to us and let us know. And let's go ahead and do our Oli Aloha. Okay, let's read through the words for some of you that are not used to this Oli. Let's go ahead and read through the words. Uhola ia, kamakaloa la, hu ai ke aloha la, hu kai ia, kaha loa la, ha vehi mai na lehua. Mai ka ho'okui a ka hala vaila, mahalo e nā akua. Mahalo e nā kupuna la ea, mahalo me ke aloha la. Mahalo me ke aloha la. Okay, let's try together our Oli Mahalo. Uhola ia, kamakalohala. Huai ke alohala. Huka ia kahaloala. Hawehi mai na lehua. Mai ka oku ia kahalavaila. Mahalo e na kua. Mahalo e na kunala ea. Mahalo me ke alohala. Mahalo me ke alohala. Mahalo. Mahalo, everybody. I want to especially thank our kokua today, Kamaka, for helping us with our PowerPoint and our video today. Also, Mahealani for hosting us, especially our sound and video man here that's been helping me. My son, Kaoni Laulani Tui, and mahalo e kupuna for joining us today. I hope you all had a wonderful Kanikapila.
It was fun. Thank you.
All
Mahalo
right.
nui. Mahalo nui.
Mahalo.
See you all on the 23rd. Mahalo.
Ahui ho.
Good.
Abuyo.